Hey guys, Diana here from Garden Love. So today I want to talk to you about my awesome loquat. As you can see, it's thriving in this container. I know you guys saw me repot it last time into a wine barrel. It's grown, it's like overgrowing right now, which is fantastic. You guys also remember that I was very disappointed that it didn't flower or fruit this season. So after that, I'm about to, I guess it's gonna be story time, because I'm about to share a story with you. So I bought this loquat last year, and when I went, I wasn't too focused on looking to see the variety or whether or not it was grafted. So I saw a loquat and just grabbed it. I was just very excited to have found one because I have looked at other nurseries and they didn't have them, but Green Thumb did have it, and I was super excited, so I purchased it. It's grown fantastically and I'm super happy to have it. However, this year, that when I didn't fruit, I was questioning, like, I wonder why it didn't fruit and it's gotten so big. I've seen other loquats in containers that have fruited already. So I went back to the Green Thumb nursery and I asked my friend Mike, hey Mike, I bought this tree last season, and you know, it didn't tell me what kind of variety loquat it was, or whether or not it was grafted. And I thought it was grafted because there is some scarring, because my loquat is a two trunk and there is some scarring at the bottom, so it looks like it's grafted. So it, you know, it could have been grafted or it couldn't have. So then Mike's like, you know what, the one you got was most likely the golden nugget, and it's not grafted, it's grown from seeds. And I was like, oh, that explains it all. Now I understand why it didn't fruit sooner, like why it didn't fruit it being this big. So it's a seedling. The golden nugget usually are grown from seed, not necessarily, they don't graft them. So now I know the variety that I have. I have a golden nugget loquat tree, and it was not grafted, it was grown from seed. And as we all know, all fruit trees that are grown from seeds take a lot longer to produce fruit. So that really left me wondering, what should I do? Because as you guys know, loquats is one of my favorite fruits. I absolutely love loquats, and I was very sad when it didn't fruit and it didn't flower. I know it's gonna fruit and flowers at some point, I just don't know when. I want to say that when I purchased this tree, it was about a year old, so I've had it for another year. That's 2 years. And usually fruit trees that are grown from seeds fruit anywhere from 3 to 4 years, so it might be a while before I get fruit. I know Lead Farmer 73 just purchased one. I also asked him these questions because I was already working towards making this video, and I wanted to know whether his was grafted or not. And from the looks of it, he said he doesn't believe it's grafted, but it is huge. I mean, I think his is taller than mine. Mine, I think, is just wider. So and that's because when I got this, I wanted it to be wide. I was living in my old house, and I had a huge backyard, so I had space. So I actually trained this tree to be wider. Now that I am in a smaller space, I actually want it to be taller because I'm limited in space. And as if you've seen my previous video, you know that I want to put it down this hallway. So with that being said, it doesn't matter. I can retrain it, I can cut it, trim the branches, and train it to go back up. That's not a big deal. So now the dilemma that I'm dealing with now is, like, I started thinking, should I buy another loquat that's grafted so I can get fruit sooner, because you guys know that I love loquats, or should I just wait and just be patient? Or should I graft a different variety to this loquat? So one day I found someone who had a tree, and I asked if I could take some cuttings. So I did take some cuttings, and I want to show you guys that I attempted to do Lead Farmer 73 grafting technique. And at least I think I did. I hope I did it. So I tested it. I did this about a week ago, and it seems like the grafts are taking. I'm not sure if they are or not, but I'll show you in a little bit. I hope that they are. Okay, so what do you guys recommend? Do you think that I should buy a new one that's grafted, that way I can get fruit sooner? Do you think that if I graft a different variety, it'll give me more fruit sooner, or should I just be patient? Excuse me, I'm not sure what to do, because I want loquats. I can wait on any other fruit, but loquats, I want to have my own loquats already. Okay, So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I want to share. But now that I am talking to you about the loquat, I do want to talk about other things that some people who are growing loquats in containers, I've had a lot of questions about these things. So let me just summarize everything I talked to and a few tips that I want to give you guys about growing loquats, okay? So when you go to purchase a loquat, one, check what variety it is, okay? If you're gonna grow it in container, find out whether the variety grows big and tall, wide and bushy, or it's a slow grower. Just ask some questions. The one loquat that I was recommended just recently by a friend of mine, he said that champagne is actually the loquat that he recommends. And let's see, he has actually a lot in the ground, and based on him seeing how they grow, he says that champagne is the one that he recommends for a container, okay? And I'll put a link down on his video where he shows all his loquats, so that way you can check it out, and if you have any questions to ask him, you can go and ask him, okay? And then so find out the variety. The second thing you want to find out is the loquat grafted or not? Because as you've seen, what I'm experiencing right now is that mine is a seedling, and it's going to take a lot longer to produce fruit, okay? So just ask, is it grafted or if not, if you can't tell. If you don't have no one to ask, just look at the trunk. You can normally see a scar around it. You can see the difference between the seedling and then how they graft it. It kind of looks like that. So that's another question that you want to know. If you want fruit right away, definitely get the grafted one, okay? Now, if you're gonna put it in the ground or outside, that's up to you, okay? That's something that you want to consider also when you're shopping for these trees, okay? Let's see here, the soil is very important. I just had someone who asked me, like, something's wrong with my loquat, can I send you a picture and can you tell me what it is? She sent me pictures. You can tell that the soil was holding way too much moisture, and the leaves were browning and falling off. And I asked her, and actually she showed me the package that she got, and the soil had moisture retention. Do not get that. I had the same issue. I actually got some soil that was for raised beds, and that was holding way too much retention when I originally got it. And then after I added soil just to get through that season, because I didn't want to damage the roots that were obviously already growing. So then by this season, just like a few months ago, I repotted it and I put citrus and palm. That was like the best soil that I think I could have given this loquat. It's thriving. As you can see, there's tons of new growth right there, and it's growing so pretty. So I am very, very excited about that. But I highly recommend for the loquat in a container that's worked for me, it's the palm and citrus soil, the one by EB Stone. I think that's the best by far. I've tried all palm and citrus, and I love that one the best. You can when you touch the soil, you'll see the difference between the other ones, okay? So that is just, I think that is all the tips that I want to give you guys. So if you're looking for a loquat, those are the things I want you to look for. If it's grafted, what kind of variety it is, and when you put it in a container, to make sure that you use the right soil for your loquat. And just do your research, guys. That's just all the information that I've gathered from my tree. From my experience with this tree, and I just wanted to share that with you guys, because my tree is thriving and it's doing fantastic. I am so excited. Like, I was surprised that this tree didn't fruit, because I have smaller trees that have fruited, but this one no. But now I understand that it was a seedling and it's a gold nugget, and that's the reason why it didn't fruit. So I really wanted to share this with you guys, because I have gotten a lot of views about my loquat repotting, and I want to share this information because I did a lot of research before I got this tree, and I just didn't pay attention. You know, it's something like I was just so excited to have found one, I didn't pay attention. So I want to give you guys those tips, so when you guys are looking for a loquat, you guys know what to look for, okay? Once again, the variety, if it's grafted, and keep in mind whether you're going to put it in the ground or in a container like I am. So I got the gold nugget. I want to add different varieties. Let me show you now the grafts that I attempted to do. I don't know if they're going to stay or not. I hope that they do, because if they do stay, then maybe I'll have fruit from those grafts even sooner than the actual plant. And if it does work, then I'll try putting different grafts onto my container. So let me show you really quick. Let me show you really quick. Let me see if I can find the graft. I totally did a Lead Farmer 73 graft style, if you can see there. Let me go on this side because the sun's, see that? And it looks like it's still, I mean, it's been like a week and these leaves are still hanging in there. So I did 2 of them just to see which, if hopefully one will take. If you guys can see that. By the way, thank you Lead Farmer 73. I'll try to link your video when you showed us when your branch broke. It was pretty much the same method that you did to fix your branch. And that's what I did. I just, you know, took some electric tape. I cut the graft, put them together, and then took a rubber band to kind of make it even tighter. And yeah, so that's what I did. It worked really well. It seems to be taking, as you guys can see, the leaf is still green. There's still green on here. This little part seems to be dying down, but that might be fine because the rest of it might survive. So it's looking good. I had originally removed all the leaves from the trunk, but I think now I'm gonna let them grow out. I might even use some of these little buds to graft some new branches on there. So let me show you how big this tree is, guys. It's literally taking this whole space, and I mean, it is beautiful. It's doing great, and it really did like the soil that I put it in. Look at that. I hope that you guys can hear me. Look at all that new growth. It's fabulous. Alright guys, so I'll be looking at the comments and see what you guys suggest. Should I just add grafts? Should I buy a new one? Or should I just be patient? I don't know, guys. I'm really hoping that next year it'll fruit. I'm gonna pray over it and hope that it fruits, and hopefully the grafts take, so that can help me with getting more fruit, and it can help me with maybe if the actual tree doesn't fruit but the graft will. If you have any more questions on the few things that I cover in today's episode, please leave them in the comments down below. I like to gather a few questions about one specific tree or one specific thing and then put them all together. The one thing I can't stress the most is that this tree does not like to sit in water like most trees don't, but this one is a drought tolerance tree, and it really likes drain water, drain soil. So palm and citrus has worked the best for me. If you know of any other soil that's worked for you, leave it in the comments down below. I'd love to learn about it and share it maybe in future episodes. Alright guys, well, Diana here from Garden Love. Like always, I feel completely blessed to have you guys as my subscribers and having the opportunity to share this with you guys. Alright guys, I hope you have a blessed day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.